Holidays at the Ranch is a 2023 film directed by Liana, and it stars Gillian Broderick, Sarah Jane Duncan, and Arthur Sylense. And that's all the information I have about it on IMDb. It's very, very basic, the listing. I'd like a little bit more information. And I actually didn't think this was too bad. And I say that with an element of surprise because it has 3 out of 10 on IMDb. Granted, it's only across 123 reviews and ratings at the current time, but it seems like it's not well received. And honestly, I didn't really mind it. I had a look at some of the reviews, and I'll talk more about the film in a moment, but I had a look at some of the reviews after watching it, and I don't usually do that until I've done my discussion because I don't want to be influenced by other people's reviews until I've done mine. But I was kind of keen to see why people hated it so much, and I'll share some of those thoughts in a moment. But the film is about Kate, who visits home for the holidays, and she happens to reconnect with Matt, who was a childhood sweetheart, and it's all about the potential rekindling of their relationship. Obviously, on a ranch, we have beautiful, gorgeous animals. We have a gorgeous horse, absolutely stunning. And I will be honest, the narrative's maybe not the most intricate, it's not the most fascinating, but it's fine. There's nothing about it that I would say is strictly bad. It may not be the most exciting, but it's absolutely fine. And the acting is, again, fine. Some people did say in the reviews that they had problems with the accents. I'm not good at accents, not just in terms of not being able to do them, but also in terms of not really knowing if something is a bad accent unless it's horrendous. And for me, the accents didn't faze me, but that is just something worth bearing in mind, that some people have partly rated the film down because of that. But personally, it's not something I thought of until it was drawn to my attention as being a potential problem. And there's something else people had an issue with. And this didn't bother me either. And it's the fact that we're definitely made to believe this is in America, not just with accents, but by which I mean, near the start of the film, our protagonist has a giant American flag on the wall behind her. Like, it's so ridiculously over the top. Like, it's not necessary. I mean, somebody could have an American flag in their office or whatever, that's absolutely fine. But it's the fact that they were definitely trying to say, hello, we're setting this in America. And then a few scenes later, she's driving a right-hand car. And obviously, right-hand drive, British. Also, according to IMDb, because we do have some information that the country of origin is the UK. So it clearly is a UK-made film, but they wanted to set it in America, and I don't really think that was necessary. I guess the ranch aspect, ranches are not really a thing in the UK. I mean, we have similar things, but obviously not to the same extent, so I can understand why they'd want to set it in the States and then have a giant American flag to make this as obvious as possible. And honestly, I don't care. I don't care if she's driving a right-hand drive car. I couldn't care less. It didn't bother me too much. But I know some people do have issues with films that are meant to be set in one place and they don't make a big effort to conceal the fact that that's not where it was filmed. But honestly, for me, not bothered. So it seems like there are things that would really turn people against this film. And personally, while I wouldn't watch it again, I honestly didn't think it was that bad. It's absolutely fine. The performances are fine. The festive aspect is okay. The characters are fine as well. I wouldn't say... Well, Rachel was I think I liked her more than the other characters, but I wouldn't say I disliked any of the characters. So for me, I'm not going to say it's a great film, but it's a watchable film. And I was surprised by that based on the ratings. So as I always say, make your own opinions rather than automatically going against a film just because a lot of people might dislike it. Do I recommend it? If, like me, you're trying to watch every Christmas and holiday-themed film out there, yes, give it a go. It is watchable. It's not terrible. But obviously, if you're looking for an amazing experience, it's not going to be that film. But honestly, and this may not be the most popular opinion, but I thought Holidays at the Ranch, while not a brilliant film, was ultimately not too bad.